Have you ever imagined standing face to face with an animal taller than an elephant, wrapped in thick, shaggy fur, with enormous curved tusks glistening beneath the frozen Ice Age sun? That animal was the woolly mammoth, and for thousands of years it roamed across North America, surviving one of the harshest climates Earth has ever known. These incredible giants, scientifically called Mammuthus primigenius, first evolved about 400,000 years ago in northern Eurasia, before eventually crossing the Bering Land Bridge into Alaska during periods of low sea levels. From there, they spread across vast grasslands that stretched over much of the continent. Imagine endless open plains instead of dense forests, filled with mammoths, ancient horses, bison, wolves, and other Ice Age wildlife. It was a world unlike anything alive today. Adult males could stand more than 11 feet at the shoulder and weigh around 6 metric tons, making them among the largest land mammals of their time. But surviving in such a frozen wilderness required extraordinary adaptations. Thick fur, layers of insulating fat, and surprisingly small. Life during the Ice Age was anything but easy, yet the woolly mammoth was perfectly equipped for survival. Its long outer coat, sometimes reaching nearly 3 feet in length, covered a dense layer of insulating wool that trapped heat even during brutal winter storms. Beneath its skin lay a thick blanket of fat that helped conserve body warmth, much like modern marine mammals. Unlike African elephants, woolly mammoths had small ears and short tails, reducing heat loss in freezing temperatures. But here's what makes them even more remarkable. Those enormous curved tusks, some measuring over 15 feet along the curve, weren't just impressive weapons. They were practical survival tools. Mammoths used them to sweep away deep snow, exposing grasses and flowering plants hidden beneath the frozen surface. They also used them during battles between rival males and to defend vulnerable calves from predators. Like today's elephants, mammoths lived in close family groups led by experienced females that guided the herd across enormous distances in search of food and water. Every season demanded constant movement across the vast mammoth steppe. But despite all these incredible adaptations, danger was never far away, because North America was also home to powerful predators waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Thousands of years after the last mammoths disappeared, they began telling their story again through fossils buried beneath the American landscape. One of the most remarkable discoveries came from Hot Springs, South Dakota, where dozens of mammoth skeletons were found inside an ancient sinkhole. Many had wandered in, unable to climb back out, creating an extraordinary fossil record that scientists continue to study today. Farther south, in Waco, Texas, construction workers unexpectedly uncovered another incredible site in 1978, revealing the remains of 24 Columbian mammoths, close relatives of the woolly mammoth. In Alaska, melting permafrost still exposes tusks, teeth, and bones, offering researchers fresh clues about Ice Age life. But perhaps the most fascinating mystery involves humans. At the famous Dent site in Colorado, archaeologists discovered Clovis spear points alongside mammoth bones, providing strong evidence that early people hunted these giants around 13,000 years ago. Did human hunters alone cause their extinction? Most scientists think the answer is more complex. As the climate warmed, grasslands shrank, forests spread, and mammoths lost the habitat they depended upon. Combined with increasing hunting pressure, these environmental changes pushed one of Earth's greatest survivors closer to extinction. As the last ice age came to an end around 11,700 years ago, the world changed faster than the woolly mammoth could adapt. Vast grasslands gradually gave way to expanding forests, reducing the open habitat these giant grazers depended on. At the same time, human populations continued spreading across North America, adding new pressure to already struggling herds. Most mainland woolly mammoths disappeared, but their story didn't end there. Small isolated populations survived for thousands of years on Arctic islands. On Wrangel Island, north of Siberia, the last known woolly mammoths lived until about 4,000 years ago, meaning they were still alive while the ancient Egyptians were building pyramids. Today, every fossil, preserved tusk, and fragment of ancient DNA helps scientists better understand these remarkable animals and their frozen world. Researchers have even sequenced much of the woolly mammoth's genome, comparing it with the modern Asian